Yes, welcome back to the Marriage Medicines Family Talk Show. I am Joshua Olubu.
And I'm Juliana. We are so excited to have you with us today. As we promised you last week, we did like a welcoming episode
Yes.
for you guys to be ready. But I think you guys are not still ready. You don't know what's coming for you. But yeah, we've started. And yes, today. So I'm so excited. We are so excited to have you with us today. So quickly, let's dive into the topic of today. And the topic we are treating today is dating. We want to talk about dating because the reason why we chose that was that's the root and the beginning of anything, the foundation of any marriage. So whatever you want, even normal relationship with your friends, with your family, everything starts from there. And that's why we'll be talking about dating. Today is dating. Okay, so
That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, and thanks, Juliana. That's very right. It's dating, whichever one. Dating.
Welcome. Call your family, call your friends. I'm sorry to say that.
No, that's okay.
Call your family, call your friends. Let them come together. Call your children. See, listen, you will learn a lot. You will learn a lot. I'm saying it with confidence. And not only that, but majorly with the grace of God upon our lives and what God has sent us to do at this season. Please, you will enjoy it. Not only enjoy it, you will learn. That's the major thing. So we welcome you one more time. Make sure you invite your friends and your family. Tell your parents if they don't know about it. If you have any young ones around, please call them. It is time to learn. It's safe. It's a safe place to learn. So it's what kids can listen to, what teenagers. So don't say, oh, get in because of this. No. We are children of the Most High God. Don't forget that.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
Yes,
and to the topic we actually want to speak about or treat, as she has rightly said, is dating dynamics. Because we know that dating is such an important part of building strong relationship. Here we call it building triumphant relationship, building parental relationship, building triumphant marriage. That's the plan of God. God gave us marriage, and we want to make sure that as many as of us are believers, we want to have triumphant marriage. So we want to cover dating comprehensively.
I hope we'll be able to do that.
Yes, at least if we start today, we can always come back again. We can have part 2, part 3, part 4 if that's possible. We just want to make sure that we cover it as comprehensively as possible. So we strongly believe at My Medicines that you are not ready to date until you are fully aware of both the dangers and the benefit of dating. So because the primary benefit is that the opportunity of dating is for you to have the opportunity to meet someone or to know someone that is new. So the opportunity to build a new friendship with a member of opposite sex. That's what dating is all about. Is there anything you also want to say about that?
Not too much because you said it all, because I really want us to rush quickly into it. But there are important questions in the minds of both parents and young people when it comes to dating. See, let me list some of the questions. And a lot of people ask, okay, what exactly is dating? What is the purpose of dating? And what is a person like? When is a person ready to date? Yes, that one is common. When is a person ready to date? Like, what age do you think it's good for me to start dating? Parents, I know we avoid that questions a lot. We'll be treating it, and also what guidelines are appropriate for a dating relationship. So we'll be talking about that, and listen attentively to some of the things I will tell you about dating. Some of the things that you need to check out.
Yeah.
And okay, do you want to talk about?
Yeah, that's okay, because the thing is, there are things that we need to understand.
Yeah.
Understanding dating is like, this discussion will actually help you to understand the essentials of dating. We know that dating is essential for teenagers. It is essential for parents of all teenagers. So that's why we're saying this program dating is not only for the teenagers that want to date or they are planning in the future to date. It's also important for parents to understand dating, so that they can guide the young people extensively. So the dating is also for older people.
Yes,
is understanding for older people, and also people that are newly single, or based on divorce, or people that are newly single based on widowhood states. Widowhood states. You know, it's not everybody that wants to date that is because they divorced or because they were young, or some people they lost husband or they lost wives or something like that. So that's also important for them. They must understand the dynamics in
even as couple, you still need to
dating
need
each
to
other.
continue to date each other. So eventually, literally, like my daughter said, literally, it's for everyone.
Everyone. So also newly people that are re-entering the dating scene. So that is also very important for them as well.
And one thing I know is one of the most common questions that parents and their teenager children ask is, how old should a person be before dating? Here at Married Medicines, listen, we believe readiness to date is largely a matter of maturity and environment. Maturity and environment. You know what I mean by saying that? The truth is, if you feel that you need a date in order to complete or fulfilled personally, that you want to be fulfilled personally, I'm sorry, you are not ready to date. You are not ready for dating.
That's very right.
That's
because most people enter a relationship with some sense of incompleteness or inadequacy. That is like, oh, I'm not, because when you enter into dateship relationship, you don't want to come in as weak 50% and me too weak 50-50. But the 50-50 is like it's coming weak. No, it should be like dating relationship should be like 100%. 100%. I'm 100% whole. You are 100% whole from both parties. So and it's fact known that truly single person is someone who is complete. You are complete mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, intellectually, without any form of dependence on anyone. Some people say, "Oh, if I have that person, I will now be complete." No, that's a wrong kind of statement. You are complete without the other person, but when you have the person, that's an additional to your life.
To that. And another thing we want to talk about, I just want to drop this. You should not be so obsessed with someone, with someone you want to date, and then you forget who you are. You get it?
Yeah.
You should be preoccupied with preparing yourself for whoever God has in mind for you.
Amen.
The primary goal of dating is to develop a genuine connection and oneness of spirit between a man and a woman.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Because great fact about dating is like, don't just marry for sex. Because physical intimacy alone won't keep a marriage together. And that is a fact known.
Let me just add this. I'm sorry, babe.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know that a lot of time, now, not a lot of time, nowadays, people, when they meet, they go for a date, they go on a date, and the next thing is, they're already kissing, they will go, they have sex, and you will hear the word, we are mature. Excuse me, having sex during dating is not maturity.
It's not maturity.
It is not.
In
Don't
fact,
get
you are
it
dealing with
twisted.
Emotional. You want to damage.
Don't get it
Yes,
twisted.
yes.
And they will say, "Oh, we are two adults. We are two grown adults." Hey, stop it right there. Don't do that.
So you need to emotionally, socially, spiritually, intellectually, and recreationally intimate in terms of intimacy as well.
Yeah.
So it's not just all about what to watch on TV.
Yeah.
If you haven't actually recovered, let me say some people that are maybe they have a broken dating or relationship. And they now want to enter into a new dating scene. Now they have to recover from previous relationship.
Yes.
You must make sure that you are fully recovered from previous relationship, otherwise you are not ready for a new dating journey. You have to know that that's a known fact about dating. I want you to understand that.
And another thing is, if your partner has an addiction and he or she is not in a recovery program, listen,
Yes.
you are not their therapist.
Yeah,
Yes.
like that.
So if anybody, if you're dating and one of you is going through one addiction or the other, please go for counseling. Go and take care of yourself.
Yeah.
You are not to then the person will suffer, because in the process of the person trying to heal you, in the process of trying to do, I will be there for you, I can take care of and all of that.
Yes.
See, listen, don't get it twisted. I know what I'm saying. I'm not saying you shouldn't be there for each other. It's important, but I'm saying if you are going through one addiction or the other, go for help. Go for help.
Point.
Go, to your counselor, if you have mentors, go for therapy.
Yes.
That's it. Go for therapy and be healed by yourself, not because of whatever reason. Because in the process of trying to fight for the other person,
Yes.
whatever you are going through in that process will be an issue for you to now go heal yourself of those mental, whatever you have faced during the process.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you are dating someone and the two of you are totally opposite. Whatever makes you happy now will probably be a pain in the neck later. Because you can say, "Oh, I'm there for this person."
Yes.
Let them go for proper healing. Let them go for therapy. Let them go for a
Don't
help.
ignore those
Even
things.
though where I come from, I'm speaking for myself. Where I come from, we tend to reject counseling, therapy. You go to do you mean I'm mad? Do you mean I'm going crazy? Do you mean I'm not okay? Somebody will control what I'm gonna do. So I should just go and pay and I will just sit there and talk. It's more than that. Please, we want you to get it right. It's more than that. So in saying all of that, let's move on. Okay, you just like to say all those things so you can get where we are coming from, the foundation of the whole thing for you. So let's move on. And what we want to talk about right now is the foundations of dating. Okay, let's begin with why do people date? Do you want to talk about it?
Yes, it's very good. That's a great question. Thanks, Juliana. That's a great question, because we know that people date for various reasons. Such as finding a life partner or companionship, or some people say, they are lonely, or for personal growth. That's it. So, and it's important for us to understand, or they have pressure, parental pressure, peers pressure. So there are different reasons why people date, but it's important for you to actually understand your purpose for dating and to ensure that you are on the right path when it comes to dating.
And also looking, I'm sorry. Looking at it, I think I'm too fast. Juliana, I'm very, I want
aggressive
to,
about
yes, because
I
know, because as a counselor, I know what people come in, like when they see some things, I just feel so, I pity them so much. But not only that, I'm really concerned about those things that they go through. And also, from a biblical perspective, dating should be approached with intention and respect. Why? Seeking to honor God in our relationship is very vital.
It's very vital.
It's very, very important. So,
is there any recommendation?
Yes, I will not call it recommendation. I will call it prescription, because
married medicine's prescription. You are with doctors now. You are taking A doctor prescription for your marriage.
Vibe, you are making me feel like.
I love that. I love that.
So what we want you to do, what we feel that you need to do is reflect on your own reasons for dating. Important. Another thing you have to look at is make sure you write them down. Nowadays you have this. Like you have your notes, you have your what's this thing? Oh, I want to remember. Is it not just notes? You have your
Google Keep or something.
Google Keep, thank you.
Yes.
So there's no reason why, like, oh, because you don't need pen and paper as long as you have your phone. So you don't need excuse. True. So what I'm saying is write them down and discuss them with a trusted friend, okay, or a mentor, but most especially, a mentor to gain clarity and direction. But majorly talk to a counselor, please. Yes. We run a lot of free counseling sometimes sessions, and the reason why we do that is not okay, don't let me go there. It's all about helping each other. Okay, it's all about helping each other, and sometimes we only have ask people to pay for the registration fee to book your appointment, but for the session itself, it's free. It's free. If you want me to beg you, I will beg you, come and learn. Come and make yourself happy. It's like me saying, come and make yourself happy, and I'm begging you to come and make yourself happy. Me, I've never seen that kind of a thing before. Please. And also talk to your spiritual leader. Talk to your spiritual leader, okay? But don't get it wrong, go. By me saying talk to your spiritual leader, okay? If they are gifted in that area, talk to them. Okay, so dating is all about, oh, my pastor is experienced, or I experience, my mom, my parents experience, so that's the route I will go. Go the route way.
The right way.
The right way. Go to the route of the right way. Yes. Okay. And the Lord will help you. And we know someone also who realized she was dating just to avoid loneliness. And that's another wrong way for dating. And that's why a lot of young people, a lot of singles, you complain so much, like, oh God, why me? Am I this? If you know yourself.
And the guy told me he loves me.
He loves me. So if you know yourself, why would you say why you? Because your friend, your co-workers, or somebody, they are getting married or something like that. That the next is, why you what? You will know when you're ready. You will know when you're qualified. You know when things are okay. When you know yourself, that's when you can date. You get what I'm saying? So after reflecting and discussing with our counselor, I don't want to say us because it's us, okay, but with our counselor, so she decided to start focusing on her personal growth and finding a partner who shares our values. Always find a partner who shares your values. It's very important.
That's good.
Yes.
Thank you. We're talking about foundations. There are many foundations of dating. So many. But we can, because this is a talk show, so we only have to just brief some of those points so that you can grab those. But eventually we're going to be making videos that will talk about teaching, that will have proper teaching on those subjects of foundations of dating. God bless you. And also the types of datings. Now, let's talk about types of dating. There are different types of dating, and I want to talk about those different types of datings. But Juliana, you can actually tell us about, let me say, casual dating. What do you have to say about that?
Okay, let me just put it this way.
Okay.
Casual dating is when people date without the expectation of a long-term commitment. Simple.
Okay.
And even though it's more about getting to know different people and having fun, however, it's important to communicate your intentions clearly to avoid misunderstandings.
Of course, a lot of people have that misunderstanding because they won't know whether it's casual dating. What are we doing? So what are we doing? Let me say after 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. They say, oh, I've been waiting for that ring. That could be casual dating that you are not clear about, because somebody, we're used to, he gave me the ring after 5 years. You are now jubilating. what were you doing there?
So for the 5 years, what were you thinking? Like,
no, yes. Why am I even rejoicing? Yes, no. What were you doing? You can't give a lady a ring after 5 years and she begins to celebrate. Celebrate for what? I'm sorry, because at the end of the day, that means she wasn't expecting, or she's been praying.
I don't know, or you
have relations. You have to be clear.
Or you are putting her on the edge, or putting him, not only her.
Yes. Both
ladies. Putting yourselves on the edge, like,
yes.
So let me give him or her a final. Let me just put it there in case. So when you do that, you are doing in case.
That's casual dating. That's casual dating.
So you don't know where you're going. You don't know when it's gonna happen.
Yes.
And every time it takes you out for just a dinner, you'll be expecting, oh, maybe it's gonna pop something. It's gonna pop. What is he popping? Why are you there? First year, second year, third year, 4,
5, 6, 7. So I mean,
I salute you.
On the other hand, long-term dating involves a deeper commitment. It's a deeper commitment and the intention to build a lasting relationship. So what I'm saying is you have a clarity about a long-term dating. Long-term, which involves a deeper commitment. That means you already know. That's a long time. That means you know what your intentions are.
Yes.
So the lady is clear, the boy is clear. So it's about growing together. The guy is clear, the lady is clear. So you are, and that helps you to actually grow together and in supporting each other through life's ups and downs. So when you go through life's ups and downs, you won't say, "Oh, I don't know whether this lady will stay with me, or whether this guy will be able to do this," because you are going through life together. And so the success that you celebrate in future, you can actually celebrate together because you know exactly what you are doing with better commitment.
I just want to add to that that Christian dating involves seeking a romantic relationship that aligns with your Christian values and beliefs. So building a relationship that honors God, a relationship that aligns with biblical principles, they are very important. So in Christian dating, please seek God. Seek God's will first. It's important to prioritize God's guidance in your dating life. It's very important. You know, the Proverbs 3, 3 to 6, encourages believers to trust in the Lord and seek His direction. So guard your heart. Proverbs 4:23. Guide your heart. You know, guide your heart. It's important to guide your heart. Advices to guide your heart as it influences everything you do. So when the scripture is saying do this, it's for yourself. So sometimes we think, oh, the Bible says we should do this. Oh, there are too much
laws, rules,
instructions, rules. No, let me do it in my own. Things have changed. Blah blah blah. Please don't make that mistake. It's for your own good, because everything you do, when you guide your heart, it will influence the kind of thing you will choose, the kind of decisions that you will make. And it will influence your kind of person. It will guide you to the right person, the right person that you will choose. This means being conscious and discerning about who you enter into a relationship with. It matters a lot.
And also, the truth of the matter is, Christian dating is a huge stuff thing that if you are a believer, you've got to understand that. And one of the things you must comprehend is avoid sexual immorality. You know that the Bible actually clearly instructs us believers to avoid sexual immorality. First Thessalonians 4:3 talks about maintaining purity is a crucial thing for Christian relationships. So when you are dating somebody who is a Christian, you already know that you need to avoid sexual immorality, and also you choose godly partner We want you choose someone who shares your faith. Pastor just talked about it before, and exhibit godly character. Galatians, we know Galatians 5:22-23 tells us the fruit of the Spirit.
Yes.
It gave us description of the fruit of the Spirit, which are good indicators of the mature Christian faith.
Yeah.
So somebody who loves you, who has joy, who has peace, who has goodness, kindness, all those things. So you don't have to be begging and be pleading for somebody to be kind to you or to be good to you. Why? Because it's already part of their Christian faith and character. They are mature. They are mature because the person that is number one in their life is Christ, and it's not their friends or their selfish ambition. So and also in Christian dating, you have understanding of, you pray for discernment. Christian dating is really, really different because you pray for discernment, you regularly pray for wisdom, and also discernment in your relationship. You know, the Bible tells us in James chapter 1 verse 5 that should remind us that God gives us wisdom. Whoever lacks wisdom, let him ask of God. So you can ask God for wisdom in your dating relationship. It's very, very, it's amazing what you gain when you ask God to give you guidance and wisdom in your relationship.
Well, what I can prescribe to what Mai said is, if you're casually dating, make sure you have open conversation about your intentions.
Yes.
So if you are in a long-term relationship, plan regular check-ins to discuss your goals and the progress as a couple.
Yeah.
Please take note of that.
Take note of that.
It's very important.
And the example that we can also give is just a couple we know. We know a couple who were casually dating and had a conversation to ensure they actually had a conversation for them to ensure that both of them are on the same page. They know that they ensure that they are on the same page. You must make sure you're on the same page. Not seeking serious relationship at the moment. There are some people they discuss. In fact, they said, we've had a couple that they got married. They said we don't want children now until 2 years time. So you have to be clear. In fact, if people that are already married could have that kind of decision or conversation, why not somebody that you are dating? You've got to actually. So meanwhile, we also know another couple that were actually in a long-term relationship, and do you know what they did? They set monthly dates to discuss their future plans and relationship goals. So it's very. In fact, you said you were going to teach on long distance relationship. We're gonna do that one of these days. She's gonna do that one.
He said, okay. So moving on, we want to talk about stages of dating, and I know that dating has different stages.
Yes.
And starting with initial attraction. Or what do you think? What do you think? Because I don't want to just. What do you think? I know there are many tips on making a good first impression. Yes. So what do you think about first impression?
That's absolutely amazing. It's true. First impression actually matter. First impression matter. I'm not talking about love at first sight. You know, it could be. Never. So
some like that.
There are some first at. What do you call it? Yes. So be yourself. So the point is, first impression is in dating is that you must be yourself. Please be yourself. And also dress appropriately. Dress appropriately.
Be authentic.
Don't overdress maybe what you don't do. That's not who you are. That the person will see you next time and will be like, okay, hold on a minute. The person I saw, what is it? So you can actually be yourself, please, and dress appropriately. Yeah. Don't overdress. Don't underdress as well. I will say that that's important. No, that so and show genuine interest in the other person, and also remember that authenticity is key. It's very important when it comes to dating.
There is therefore now no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. And please, when you go on a date, stop condemning.
Yes.
Please don't do that. Don't judge, okay? Yeah. And don't condemn. So as you get to know each other, okay, communication is crucial here. Yeah. If you know marriage medicines on this table, on this platform, we talk. I am so much on communication.
Yes.
And people ask me sometimes, what do we talk? It's not that we don't talk. You might not be saying the right thing. It's just like when people go on a date, we're still going to say those things.
Yeah.
You don't ask the right questions. And some of you, what's your best color? Pink and blue. What's it?
Don't worry, we're going to be giving you questions to ask.
Yes,
knowing
each other is good to know all those things. But there are some major questions, crucial. On your first date, we can actually
break it down.
Okay, I don't want to say that now. Yes. You can actually come for ask us. Okay. We just want to put it, ask us. We can give you for your 5 first date, for your 5 date, first, second, third, to the 5th one, the question you can ask each time to get to know each other better. Please ask for it. And excuse me, it's not free. It's not free. But if you come for counseling, yes, we can give that to you, of course, free. You know, we just want to see your seriousness and you being genuine about your life. Always remember it's about your life. And I don't want you to make this mistake when you're coming for counseling or you want to come and ask questions. Most of the time, you don't talk about yourself. You talk about the other person as if the other person is the one having the problem. But the truth of the matter is, when there is a problem in a relationship, it's coming from both of you. Yours might be 10%, the other person might be 90%. But the truth of the matter is, without that 10%, you are not complete. Both of you are not complete. So definitely you still need to come for yourselves, come for each other, and ask meaningful questions and listen attentively. Okay, listen to each other attentively. When it's time to define the relationship, have an open and honest conversation about your expectations and your goals. Expectations and your goals.
Yes. It's good. But one of the prescription that we will give you, or suggestion that I want to suggest, is you prepare a list of thoughtful questions to ask on your next date. That is, when you are going for your date, you have to prepare a kind of thoughtful questions that you're going to ask. What are we going to talk about? It's not when you get to the table or whatever that you start talking about what question am I going to ask. Then you might not actually be adequately prepared. But for you, when you are adequately prepared, and not just the questions all about you as well, because the other person might also think that you are a selfish person. It's just all about you. So that's very important. So that's why we're talking about preparing a thoughtful question that the person will know that genuinely you are interested in them. It's just that when we talk about love, the word love is the interest of the other person. You look at the interest of the other person. That's how. So, and practice active listening by actually summarizing what your date says and asking follow-up questions. Please, when they speak, if you are not clear about what they say, you can actually practice active listening by summarizing. Oh, do you mean? It's like something like that.
You said your mom, your dad.
No. Do you know that most times people will say, no, that's not what I said. Apart from even genuinely, when you ask people, if you just try to summarize what they say, do you mean whatever? A lot of time people will say, no, that's not what I mean. That's you clarifying that statement on your day. So when they say something, please just try to actually ask and follow up.
Because we can't tell a lot of people, so you will hear us say, I know a lot of people because we can't mention anybody. I know a couple on their first date, they ask about each other's hobbies and passion, and they follow up with questions about their recent trips, showing genuine interest and activeness, because that is very important. You have to show genuine interest and activeness in whatever you are doing and your relationship. So moving on, I want us to talk about this important aspect: healthy relationship, how you can practice healthy relationship.
Healthy relationship. That's fantastic. Healthy relationship, we know when it comes to dating, healthy relationships are built on good communication. So if you want to date and you are like maybe you were married, or something happened, or whatever it is, that you have to go into a dating scene again.
Yes.
You have to actually learn healthy relationship practices, which are built on good communication. She was talking about the good communication and also setting of boundaries, boundaries. You must understand how to set boundaries, and also resolving conflicts, resolving conflict effectively.
Yes.
Sometimes we call it in your training like conflict resolutions. That conflict resolution is, you must understand conflict resolution effectively, how to resolve conflict is effectively. So do you have any advice on setting boundaries? Let's talk about that.
Boundaries are essential for maintaining respect and understanding in relationship.
Yes.
Discuss your limits. Okay, discuss your limits and ensure both of you are comfortable with them.
That's good.
Don't let your because some people say, "Oh, my boundaries, my boundaries." At the end of the day, you are
the other person comfortable.
Yes, is the other person comfortable, or are you just being selfish about your boundaries?
It's true.
Don't be selfish about your boundaries. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want this. Oh, no, it's not about you. Hello, it's about the both of you. Excuse me. So it's all about mutual respect and care. True care, like truly you're caring for each other properly. Sit down with your partner and discuss your boundaries. Okay, sit down and discuss, write them down, like we've said. Write those boundaries down and make sure you both revisit them regularly to ensure they are being implemented. Because sometimes at the beginning you might forget, and this is the reason why sometimes people, when you are in the relationship already, you start taking advantage of each other because you have forgotten, oh, it's just when I was still running after him or after her, but now you are there, like they say, no finish, see finish. Don't see yourself finish, please. It destroys so many marriages. That doesn't mean you won't know each other. I'm not saying you keep things away from each other, but by respecting each other's opinion, respecting each other, and those boundaries are being there, even when something wants to contradict or want to happen to, oh, why you shouldn't do this, let the other person knows why that thing is like that. At that point in time, you and your partners must discuss your boundaries regularly. Okay, you must discuss it regularly. And okay, let me put it this way: you must discuss your boundaries regarding personal space. I don't want to forget that. You must talk about it. Regarding personal space. So what do I mean by personal space? Because sometimes you will go flood the personal space. Boundaries about time with friends, agreeing to respect each other's need for, let me say, for alone time and or social activities. Because I've seen a lot of relationships, once they get married, then there's a problem. No, you can't go there. That your friend's party, that birthday, that wedding, you can't go there. You are not limited to a whole lot of things. So talk about it, okay? And the truth of this matter is, if you love each other, you care for each other, there's nothing wrong even doing it together. Abi? You know, I mean, you know your friend, the person you are dating, you know the friends. So when they invite your girl or your guy, you go together.
Even if you don't go together,
let them. Yes, you might not want to go.
Give each other freedom, liberty. So it's not, marriage is not prisons. It's not and that's why a lot of people don't really feel comfortable. Oh, this marriage of a thing. No, it's not. You are not being imprisoned. In fact, marriage brings freedom for you. That's why when you date, right? That's what we're talking about, dating, so that you know that you're dating somebody that you're really comfortable with, that you can share whatever you want to share with. No, okay, I need some time to relax. It's okay for a couple to say, okay, I give you personal space. I've seen couples that I've seen in a marriage, a friend's marriage, that the wife was studying, and the husband had to actually go rent an hotel during exam for the wife, so that she can
because of
the kids. And that's how it works. You know, when you do things like that, the wife already knows you really genuinely care for me. The husband is not being selfish. We're not saying everybody should do that, but we're just saying that's how it works.
Yeah.
It's not
and I think one of the reasons why some people can't do that is when you don't trust each other. When you don't trust each other, then you can have those issues. And that's why in dating, you must see all those things must be in place. When you lay a good foundation, you will know all the things. I don't want to hear when people tell me, this is not the man I married. It's the man you married, though.
Yes.
This is not the lady I married. No. This person changed. Yes, she's the one you married. But you close your eyes on the things that you guys are supposed to talk about, agree on, or when you see something that is not, you're not clear about, ask. Don't be afraid to ask questions. So, moving on, because of our time, I want us to talk about the challenges. You know, I know there's so many challenges in dating. We've said some of them in the process, but I really want to nail hammer on it. You know, dating is always smooth sailing. If I want to do it like that. So, Laje, what do you think? How should one handle rejection? Let me start from there, because that's one of the. So how should someone manage rejection?
That's very important, because I know that we talked about it at the inception when we're doing the introduction. Dating is about you able to. It's both. There is blessing. There is the benefit. You must understand the benefit and also how to handle when somebody kind of disappoints you. Otherwise, in a marriage or in a dating, you might be okay. You are 100% at it, as in you want the best for the other, but you don't know the heart of the other person. So in that could be a challenge. That's a challenge, and that challenge can be like a rejection. Do you know that? Let me say this. Do you know that adultery cheating in a marriage? It's a form of rejection. Yes,
of course.
Exactly.
Not a form of rejection.
A lot of people.
Of course, yes.
A lot of people don't really see or see that when husband cheats on you or the wife cheats on you, it's a rejection.
It's not kind of.
It's a rejection. So people feel rejected. When you cheat on your wife, she feels rejected.
And you cheat
when
on
you cheat on your husband, he feels rejected. So we're talking about dating. On your children, they feel rejected.
Focusing on yourself without
whatever it is.
caring so much about them, they feel rejected.
Yes. So challenges in marriage, in dating is one of them is rejection. That is, you feel rejected. So rejection can actually be tough. It's really tough. But most importantly, you must remember that it's not a reflection of who you are. It's not based on you. It is actually based on the other person. So it takes a learning experience to actually keep moving forward wherever you feel rejected. So there's someone out there who will appreciate you for who you are. We want you to know that maybe you felt rejected in the past. We want to assure you that there is somebody out there that God has prepared for you. So don't give up. Don't feel like, oh, the life has ended because I feel rejected.
Take it and move forward. You know,
give us some prescription.
Take it and move forward. Okay, let me. Holy Spirit, help me. Okay, after experiencing rejection, I would say take some time for self-care. Okay, take some time for self-care. Engage in activities that makes you feel good about yourself. Another thing is engage in activities that remind you of your worth. Please remind you and build a real friendship and stay out of bed.
I like that. Stay out of bed. Beloved, stay out of bed, bread. Because the thing is, when you feel rejected, I like that. No, because when you feel rejected, you can just lose yourself.
Yes.
And just say you want to go to bed with anybody.
Yeah.
So you can, so please don't, when you feel like that. So after being rejected, the truth is many people usually, you can take a weekend out or whatever and go to their favorite spot and, just to clear their heads or have family members that they love or friends that they love, with them.
Guys,
but please, service, we're going to be rounding up now. But I want you to talk about red flags. I want to talk about red flags.
Hallelujah.
We'll round up shortly, but I want you to really listen to the issue of red flags. It's a big deal.
Worship the King of Kings. Hallelujah. Come everyone and sing, come together.
Watch out.
Okay, so try that red flag. I really want us to talk about it another day.
Okay.
But I'll just say a few things because they are real. Brother, they are real. Sister, they are real. So now, how do you watch out for red flags? If something it's a lot. Okay. Don't judge me by what I will just say here.
Let's touch it,
okay. Excuse me. I will say it. Excuse me. If you feel, if something feels off, trust your instinct and address it early on in the relationship. Don't ignore it. Don't try to say, oh, I don't want this person to feel this way. Never ignore it. If something appears to be a red flag, now, red flag can be different things for different people.
Yes.
Do you understand? But there are some major ones that is generally for everybody. Don't joke with it, okay? Confront it and don't let it slide as like, not that. Don't say, oh, it's not a big deal. Yeah. Oh, maybe it's because maybe I'm the one. Oh, I made him feel like that. Oh, I made her feel like. No, it's because of don't because of anything. Okay? Character is character. Right? Deal with red flags. Interact with the other person's friends. Spend time with the person you want to date or you are dating already. Spend time with other people, their parents. You will know the red flags, especially the family members. I know sometimes.
I remember, I think a family, I really love that. There was an event sometimes ago, I think a family, the father will always send one of the younger brother to the family.
Sister. To the family, to go with the family. And the intention is just to see the guy, because of course the lady involved will not see some things because the love
is blind.
My baby.
Love is blind.
So you might not see. So the sister that is not involved, is not in the love, whatever, is just seeing it as okay, that guy that like my sister.
Parents.
So they will live with the parents to see the real person who the guy is. So if the guy is doing face like this or turn and the other lady is not seeing, the sister will say, I know. Auntie me or Bodami, that lady, Emma Terry, don't try yourself. Yeah. You know, so those things are very important. Don't ignore red flags. I'm begging you. See, they'll say a broken relationship is better than a broken marriage. It's true, but it's more than that. It will affect your mentality about marriage, how God designed it. It will affect the children that must have been involved at that time. Okay, so because what you'll be telling them is, because what children knows is your relationship is their first experience, is their first life real experience. So if you are doing it in the wrong way, you are already passing the message. See, you don't have to say don't do this. They watch you more what you do than what you tell them. What they hear is very important. So please, any red flag, don't joke with it. Talk about it. Okay, so it might be red flag at you at first, but know the reason why that happened, so you can know where to channel your energy with the person, with your partner, with your as a couple. So you will know if this person needs help in this particular way, so you can know how to, oh, I think you need to go for a therapy, you need to go see your counselor. I think this thing is happening to you because of this reason. You understand what I mean? So the truth is, where we grow up, we are a product of our environment.
Everybody.
So if there are ways of seeing how the other person will handle pressure in any situation, please, okay, don't let me say too much. My story is this. Be deliberate about red flags. Don't say, I don't want to look into it. Look into it, though. Look into it. I've counseled a lot of couples who are even ready to get married. And after first, second, third, fourth session, they feel like they've never known each other before. because all the while they were not asking the right questions, and the wedding is just around the corner. I want to say this. I've said this over and over and over. I'm sorry, man. No, over and over and over. Your pastor is not a counselor.
It's not all pastors.
Not all pastors. No. Some pastors, they major in what we are doing right now. If that's their call, good luck to you. But your pastor, normal as your shepherd church, and they attend to so many things. What they will advise you biblically, oh, don't do this, don't do that, and everything like that. And also, when you want to get married, the 6 weeks that they will ask you to come for counseling is too late already. Because what they will do for you in that 6 weeks is to encourage you how to manage your home. That means they already seal it, okay? How to manage you, do this, do that. They are doing their job, their normal thing. But in the church, we must have a group of counselors in church, well-trained counselors in church that will be able to guide people aright. So before you even make the date or everything, you must have known everything. So going for 3 weeks counseling before the wedding day, it will be just an added advantage of your pastor taking the blessing, the grace, the knowledge, the wisdom when you are in challenge, when things happens to you. This is how to go about it. Yes, and not on wedding day. The pastor are preaching 45 minutes, 30 minutes. That's when they will tell you, for your wife, for your husband.
Yes.
Make sure no,
it's more than that.
You all know that day your mind is not even in the preaching most of the time. It's on the planning after you will change for the reception, the dancing, the food. So before you reach that farewell, whatever, make sure you do the needful. So why Anansi, if you do that, if you do the needful, you'll be able to see how flexible things are, how you can maneuver things, how flexible things can be. So when you go to your whatever parents, you are close to the friend. See, another thing, don't close to friends that will tell you what is done, that will be lying to you. Because some friends, they will know that what the person you are dating is doing something else, and they will be calling you our wife, our husband, our uncle, our sister. Please don't indulge in all those things. Know each other for each other. Know yourself.
Let me add to what you said now, that if you are in a dating relationship, and because of the challenges or whatever, you must, if your inner voice tells you that you are making a mistake,
thank you.
Please stop and listen to it. I mean, you don't have to say, I'm stopping, I'm not marrying anymore. No, that's not the point. If your inner mind or voice tells you this is wrong, you need to check that. You need to stop for a while, at least check what is it that I need to clear. Maybe you have some questions in your mind that you need to, so be willing to pull the plug. Be willing to pull things on hold until issues can be clarified in that relationship that you have. Well, the question is, why marry when you know deep down inside you that you are not, that what the decision or the things are not right, or the decision you are about to make is not really right? Why would you marry when you feel you don't feel comfortable, or you feel that something is still off?
And sometimes the pressure, the peer pressure, can make you make that kind of mistakes, thinking, oh, at this time, so when everything is almost set, is that the time I will now say, oh, because of this reason? So when we are talking about red flags, we're talking about all those things, we are not saying, oh, destroy the relationship. It means things that you can work on, or you cannot. If there are things you can work on, go ahead and do that, and support each other, and go for the right channel for counseling. Please, it's important. And why marry when you know that small things are adding up to be a big thing? But you don't know how to confront them. Because sometimes some people don't know, and sometimes you can be in that space for years, not knowing, oh, I don't want to hurt this person. So why marry just because you're afraid you might hurt the other person by confronting him or her? So meanwhile, it's wrong to be in a relationship where you're afraid to
ask questions.
It's
to
say
true.
your
Or to
mind.
clarify issues.
To clarify issues.
No. Don't
Okay,
do
why
that
are
to
you in that
yourself.
relationship in the first place? Why you cannot open up to say, oh, I'm feeling this certain way because of this certain thing. Okay, can I be clear?
Counseling.
Yeah.
I love premarital counseling because
believe me, those things are important. A lot of this stuff will come to the surface through premarital counseling.
Yeah, that's what you were just saying. Talking about premarital counseling, that's what when she was talking about pastors, is like the pastor might not touch all the areas.
All this, yes.
All the area, and that's why it's good.
Yeah, I don't want you to get us wrong when I'm talking about pastors or when I'm talking about church weddings. But what I'm saying is, so many things will have been too late. Even when your pastor sees some things, they won't be able to say it anymore because your wedding is just in 3 weeks' time.
As if otherwise you blame your pastor. Is your pastor
that destroys my marriage, my relationship.
It's true.
Do you get it?
So
even when they see, they might ignore it and say they will keep praying for you. Do you understand? It's not everybody that can sustain some situations. Some situations destroys a lot of things. Not that moment, but even for the future. So when I'm talking about pastors, I'm not condemning. I'm a pastor. People come for counseling, for this, for that. But I do tell them, even before, if I know you before then, I will tell you have to take the proper channel.
Yes.
But then, it's good. I'm not condemning. Please, it's important for them to pray for you, to counsel you before the 3 weeks, 4 weeks that they do. So be serious about not ignoring red flag. That's what we're talking about. Red flags is huge. If you start mentioning so many things, you'll be shocked at even some things you are used to in your relationship.
Yes.
You'll be shocked that is a red flag. That will be a problem for you in the future. So you need to know ahead that some people are able to mask or hide things for a very long time. Listen very well to what I'm about to say. In a dating relationship, if you don't ask specific questions, some people may feel if you my point is you need to ask the right questions. Okay, since you didn't ask and some people may feel like, okay, since you didn't ask me, it means that they didn't lie to you because you didn't ask, even though they know that they're supposed to talk about
there are some things you need to discuss.
There are some things you need to discuss. But
true.
They will just say, oh, well,
you didn't ask me.
He or she didn't ask me.
You didn't ask me if I have children before.
You didn't
ask me if I have done
no,
that. No, I didn't
lie
lie to you. You didn't ask me.
He or she doesn't need to ask you. You're supposed to tell because they might not know. So our point on this is, make sure you do the needful. You must not be naive by not finding out the questions you should be asking in your relationship. Okay, when you are dating, there are some things you need to ask. You should not be thinking you really don't have the rights. Okay, maybe you are thinking you don't have the right to ask some certain questions. Or maybe this question is too deep. I don't want this relationship to destroy. Hey, you are actually destroying the relationship for not asking those questions. Don't be gullible. Please don't be gullible that there are some questions that you do. I shouldn't be asking that as a Christian. There's nothing like that. I don't know where you see that in your Bible. Okay, so there's nothing like there are some questions I can ask because I'm a Christian, I'm a born again Christian. No.
Or you don't want to ask the other person because he's a Christian.
He's a Christian.
You think
the person should know.
You think the person should know, or you also think that the person cannot be involved in something that is blatantly wrong. Who told you that? Don't ever assume that your Christian partner will never have been into something that is blatantly wrong. So never assume anything. Please ask them. And don't forget to pray together. We're rounding up. Pray together.
Have similar values and interest in things. Try to know the other person's faults and know that you can accept them. Okay? Watch out to see how they treat people. Watch how they treat animals, even animals. Watch out how they treat waiters, the waitresses when you go eat, how they talk to them. You know, please watch out for those things. We'll be talking about we'll still talk about people that are the divorcee.
Yes. Oh, yes.
The widow and all that. We'll talk about it.
We'll have part 2.
This is just for you to know the things you need to go through, the things you need to ask. Please, if you need help, ask us.
Okay.
It's important. Okay.
Yes.
Send us a message. Send a message to our all our social media. Pastor Joshua Olubu on Instagram, Juliana Olubu on Facebook, on Instagram, on all social media. Okay, and don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel. Okay, like, share, comment. We'd love to hear from you. And in another 2 weeks, we'll be opening up our phone where you can call in to ask questions, where you can call in directly on this episode on the platform to ask any questions you want to ask. Okay, signing out.
Okay, I'm Joshua Olubu.
Let me how did they say? Let me karamo. Let me
let's go.
Come on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Signing out.
Yes.
With my boyfriend.
Yes.
With my guy, my pastor, my best friend for 27 years. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Esquisa. President General among the nation.
I'm Joshua.
And I'm Juliana. See, he's signing out like this girl. Can you just...
Yes, we're building a triumphant
relationship and building a triumphant marriage. Stay blessed and God bless you. Until we see you next week. Okay.